today's video we are talking about Hollywood reboots.
So guys, as we said, in today's video we are going to be talking about Hollywood reboots, and basically all that we're going to do in today's video is going to be questioned whether we like Hollywood reboots or we like the classics more.
So as we have said before, we love the 80s, 60s, 70s, 90s. Basically all the films that stand out to us basically.
Yeah, so as we sit in this bedroom we have Terminator, we have Back to the Future, we have A New Hope, Star Wars.
There's lots of things we love.
Yeah, there's a lot of Marvel and DC, but overall we do like the classics a lot more.
Yeah.
So the first classic which was turned into, as we talk from the 80s, into a new film at the minute was Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I think they tried to make it more comedic, and in our opinion they failed. And they tried to swap it around with boys to girls. I don't mind that, to be honest.
But it just didn't really work.
It didn't work for Ghostbusters. And a lot of the comedy didn't work for us, as I have said. But to be honest, the original is more classic. The original does a good job. It's comedic from the moment you're introduced.
Yeah.
But the new Ghostbusters didn't wow me in a way, and probably didn't wow you either. But a lot of the crowd were entertained because obviously, like Star Wars, it was Ghostbusters. But it's not.
When it was announced that there was going to be 4 female leads, I wasn't bothered. It was just when the first trailer came out, it looked horrible. To be honest,
they like overdosed it with CGI.
Yeah,
didn't they?
and it looks like Scooby-Doo. To be honest, there's nothing against a female lead or even a reboot, but when they do it like that,
it just messes up, doesn't it?
This will probably be wrong, but if I'm not correct, it was either made just for the money or to keep the rights to the Ghostbusters property by Sony.
So the second reboot we are talking about is Jungle Book. So the first one came out, I think, was it the 1980s?
No, I think it was 1960s.
1960s, but anyway, that was a cartoon, and they did a great job with that. Even comedy. When I was a kid, I loved it.
Yeah.
But then the new one came out.
It was live action, and the original was like animated.
To be honest, it was okay. The new one was okay. The CGI didn't.
It was good.
It's a bit like Avatar. The CGI.
I think the first time you saw it, you were like, wow, because that was so good, and the same with Avatar.
Yeah, it brought the word Jungle Book back,
and especially in the cinema. But then when you go back to watch it at home, you see everything the second time. It's not as enjoyable.
No, because you already know the story, you know the characters, and you're expecting something else when you don't.
But I think overall that is like the best reboot to happen.
Probably in the next 5 years.
In the last 5 years, maybe. Remember the Mad Max is in there?
Yeah.
Because that was with Mel Gibson, wasn't it? But yeah, the Jungle Book reboot, animated to live action. They're doing that with Lion King, with Dumbo. They're doing a lot of films that have been announced by Disney to be doing animation to live action. So the third one is RoboCop.
Now, I haven't seen the 1980s RoboCop. Have you seen it? No. Okay, so we haven't seen it yet, but I have seen the new one. I wasn't impressed. That's really what I've got to say about this film, because it didn't show what RoboCop does. It doesn't really show.
And it had a 12A compared
to compare to the original RoboCop, which I don't think deserves an 18, but it was back in the day. It looks more interesting than the old one. It does. It just shows you, like, what's the story of the film.
But then again, there's a pattern going on with these new reboots. I think we can leave the Jungle Book out because that was animation to live action, and that is quite a lot different. But in just the live action to live action ones, there's a big sequence of I wasn't impressed.
Yeah, it's a letdown.
Yeah.
They are letting down a lot of things.
Or you were interested at first because it's your favourite character you haven't seen for 40 years, but then you go to the cinema and you don't like it and you'd probably rather them not do it. Yeah. And another talk, which we'll probably do in a completely different video, is sequels and prequels. Yeah. Does that the same thing with them making too many and just getting way too many movies out of the franchise. Like, I enjoyed Avatar. The first Avatar
was good. Yeah.
But
the script was weak, but it held itself a lot together with the
but
acting.
the experience was very good. And 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 are planned.
Yeah.
When we haven't even seen 2.
The first one brought, like, it was amazing to you, wasn't it?
I'm not saying they're milking it, but I think I am a huge fan of Star Wars. I love Star Wars. It's my joint. You could say second favourite film. Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. But then again, I think that Disney, because they bought the rights to it, are milking the films one a year, and an anthology film. So next anthology film, we've just had Rogue One. Now we have Last Jedi, Han Solo, Episode 9, Obi-Wan I think's planned. I'm not sure about that. And then there'll be a ton of anthology. They will do another trilogy of films. They're not just going to carry on with anthology.
They can't come up with ideas, to be honest, guys. They're just going to take old stories, backgrounds, and then produce it into something we don't like.
Okay, guys, so that is our opinions on Hollywood reboots and just a couple of films that we went over to see if we like the reboot or yeah. So guys, if you want to see more videos like this, comment down below, like the video and subscribe. See you next time.